Lawrence. Lawrence.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's recording.
Oh,
You can see the recording there.
yeah. I think there is a problem with my audio, my microphone. Plus, if you add the background noise, then it becomes a problem. So, Kevin, am I clear or the background noise is too much?
You're now clear.
Is the background too much or like can be heard?
It can be heard. And
Okay, then I think we will continue. So I was talking about input and output, and I've already demonstrated concerning a scanf and printf. I mean, concerning a get char and put char, and they have said that one is only used to only read a single character. It can only read, get char only reads a single character at a time. Put char only prints a single character at a time. So I wanted us to look at printf and scanf. So for printf, it's used to read formatted to output structured output as compared to put char. And so printf has 3 arguments. It's supposed to have 3 arguments in the following order. One is a control string, then followed by a comma. So you'll have a control string, comma, then it will be followed by a list of values to be substituted for entries in the control string. I can try to look at what control string is. So in this case, the control string, it determines what type of data will be outputted. For example, if I type a %d, it means I expect a number to be printed, an integer to be printed. If I use %f, if I use %f, it means I want to output a number with a fractional part. If I use %c, it means I want to output a single character. If I use %s, it means I want to output a string or more than 1 characters. I think I can show you that. So for example, let's say I remove these 2 and then use printf instead. So I'll have ch is equals to m. Then I can use printf to output that character. So inside here, I'll start with a control string. Remember the control string, the reason why we are calling it a string, it means it must be enclosed in double quotes. Then I'll have %c, okay, %c. So that means in the place where I've put %c, it will be replaced by a character that I'm about to mention. So after the control string, I'll put a comma, then I'll put what I want to output. Okay, yeah. So in this case, what it means is where there is %c, you replace it with the value held in ch. You replace it with the value held in ch. Okay, %c is just a placeholder. what you're trying to say is mali kuna percentage C we expect something to be put there, and what will be put there, what we specify after the comma. Okay, for example, if I wanted to output CH twice, I could have sorry about that, could have a percentage C. So that means I'm expecting two values after the comma. So after the comma, I'll have the first value CH, then I'll put another comma, then CH. Okay? So that means the first CH will be put here, the second CH will be put in the second placeholder. Okay? So it doesn't mean those are the only things that would be in the control string. I would add any other thing I want. Okay, so for example, I could say the character is. Okay, could have something like that. The character is. So this one determines these ones determine where you want to put your value. So for example, I can even remove it there and say I want it to come here. If I put it there, it means in my output it will be M. The character is. I can also put a space here, depending on how I want to separate it. For example, if I don't put a space and then I try to execute my program, okay, you'll see that it's saying M, the character is M. There is no space between S and M. But if I want there to be a space, just going to close this, and then I'll put a space there. Okay, yeah. So what if I wanted the character to appear here, the second character to appear here? I just need to copy to cut the control string, control X, and paste it here. Okay, so in this case, what I expect as the output is the M character is. Okay, so I think I can try to execute that. You'll see the M character is. Okay, yeah. So for example, I could have another value. Let's say came here and had int n is equals to 30. So I want to put all those values in one line. So I could remove this one and here. I could say so that m the character is 30. I could put my control string here and say half percentage B. So what I expect now as my output is M, the character is 30. So we can try and check how our output appears. Okay, you'll see that M, the character is 109. I don't know where 109 is coming from. Let me check. Yeah, we didn't put an N. We didn't put our value here. So because we put only CH, since I've written percentage D, our character M, the integer equivalent of M is 109. So that's why it's showing 109 there. So in the case of CH, the second value, we can put N. We can put N as the second value. And then we can go back here, compile and run. So it will show you M, the character is 30. So the order in which you put your control strings must match the order in which you put the variables after the comma. Hope we are clear there. Hope you have understood about printf, how it works. Yeah, something else I want you to note is just going to close this. So there's something else I want us to note, that it is also possible to insert numbers into the control string to control field width. Okay, so for example, let's say I had a decimal number and I wanted it to display it up to 2 decimal places. I can use such a format like this one. So for example, could go back to my code, and let's say I have I declare another variable here and call it a float. Okay, 20.6667. So let's say I wanted to display it up to 2 decimal places. So I only need to come here and have, maybe let me add another one, percentage 0.2f, and then I put my k here. So this one shows that I want to show it up to 2 decimal places. So if I go back here,
I have a question.
I run my program.
I have a
There is an
question.
error here. I forgot to put a semicolon. So you'll see now it's giving me only up to 2 decimal places. It's giving me 2.67 instead of 20.667. So that's another aspect you need to note. Okay, so you can add numbers inside the control string to control the width of what will be printed on the screen. So in the same way, scanf follows the same format with the printf, but now the difference with the scanf is it's supposed to be reading data from the keyboard. Okay, yeah, so that means it also requires a control string followed by a comma, then the value that we want to read. So let's say, for example, I could go back to my program. I'm going to remove the all of these, and then I'll have int n. So now in this case, I want the user to input the value of n. So I'll come here and have scanf. Then into brackets, I'll start with my control string. So what value am I reading? I'm reading an integer. So that means I'll use %d as my control string. So I'll have %d, then a comma, then I'll have the value I want it to be saved. So I'll save it in n. So then I can also output whatever I've got there. So now if okay, I need a semicolon here. So if I try now to run my program, compile and run, it doesn't show me anything. To go back and recheck my code. Oh, sorry. There is a small difference between printf from scanf to printf. Just before the variable name, you are required to put an ampersand. Suppose you are required to, sorry, not there. Yeah, you are required to put an ampersand. That ampersand, it means address of, because remember you said a variable is a named memory location. Okay, so with scanf, before the name of the variable, you must put an ampersand for it to work. So if now I try to compile things again and execute, still not getting my value. Oh, okay, yeah. The user is supposed to be prompted, so I need to have a prompt at the same time. So I can have it that way. Then I can compile and run. So it will ask me to enter a number. For example, I can enter a number like 567, and when I click enter, it will tell me the number is 567. Okay. So with scanf, I've been able to capture whatever value the user has. Whatever value the user has inputted here. The value that the user has inputted here, I've been able to capture it using scanf, and I've saved it in a variable called n, and I've been able to display it here. I hope we are together there.
Yes.
Anyone with a question? Scanf and printf. You can always try the code that is on the screen. You can always try it on your end. So then lastly look at gets and inputs. So for gets and puts, they are not different from get char and put char. The difference is that gets reads instead of reading only a single character, it reads the whole line. It reads the whole line. For example, I could go back to my code. Let's say come and create a string here. Then down here I'm having a printf. Enter your name. Or maybe I could have a gets. We just use gets. Second. We should create a temporal score area where we can store as much content as possible. But the time that the next one is off, we can still take from the buffer. So we have what we call the page buffer and the body. We can see the explanation of the basically giving the section with the disk that we use to basically define which training or which artists will be picked for this. And we see that the Okay, well, but with gets and puts, you might not be using them that much. With printf, I think printf and scanf are the two functions that we'll be using mostly for reading and outputting user input. So we can concentrate more on printf and scanf. And so that's all about input and output. So I don't know whether you can be able to test that code on your end. I would like to see your output. I would like to see how you create that program on your end, those who have personal computers. Especially the one for printf and scanf. You can try coming up with that program as it is on my screen. You can try to change that. You can try to change the variables, and let me see where you are in case you are stuck. Anyone who has been able to try out that code? Who has been able to compile that code? Kenyanjui, have you tried the code?
I will try it later.
Sorry, I can't get you. Kenyanjui, have you tried the code or you don't have a personal computer?
I've told someone to get me my personal computer.
So someone like Muthoni John, have you been able to understand on input and output?
Yes,
Can
I
see
have
John.
understand.
Have you been able to try the code?
No, I don't have a personal computer for now.
So what will you be using to write the codes?
I will borrow one.
Can you download an application called the CPP Droid for your Android phone?
I can
Yeah,
try.
please can you zoom in the
Yeah, those who don't have a PC, at least get an Android application so that you can be able to test, you can be able to write those applications. There's an application on Play Store called C4 Droid. I can type it. There's an application called C4 Droid. I think I mentioned that last time. There's also another one, CPP for Droid. You should check out those applications for those who don't have a personal computer and try to write these programs. Because I want you to remember that programming is an art. It's not something you know, it's something you do. If you don't do it, it will never make sense. Yeah, sure, I can zoom on that. Just a second. So there is a program. Rollins.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You've been able to try the program? Or you're using your phone?
I'm having a problem.
With?
There is a red bound. No, I don't understand.
Which can you be able to share your screen?
The problem is I'm getting the phone and computer on the
Sorry?
other side. I'm
I can't
listening.
hear you.
I'm listening to you through the phone. And I'm using the computer on the side, so I
Oh, okay. Yeah, so your problem is on which line?
the fourth line.
What have you been able to check the debug window? The debug window is this one, yenye iko huko chini. For example, if I introduce an error here,
Yeah.
if I introduced an error here and then I compile, okay, just a second. So what I was saying is, if I try to introduce an error somewhere intentionally,
Yeah.
and then I click on execute, then compile,
Yeah.
I'll be able to see what the error is here. You can see that it's saying expected semicolon before scan F. Okay,
Now,
in
there
function
is saying-
main, expected semicolon before scan F. So maybe you can, the same way you can tell us what the error message is. So you can always see the line here. You can see this is the line that is generating the error. Line 9. Line 9 is generating the error. This is the name of your file and where it's stored, and this is the actual error. Okay, so you can always read the error here so that you can be able to know. So if I go back here, I'll go to line 9 and see surely there is a semicolon missing here before line 9. A semicolon is missing here, and if I put the semicolon and then go back and compile my program, then everything should work fine and show that there are no errors and no warnings.
So the error is saying that
So maybe Rollins, what error are you getting from your side?
Expected expression before cha.
So can you?
There is.
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Expected expression before cha.
Expected expression before?
Before cha.
So, okay, let me check my code. So now you'll see where there is char.
Yeah.
And make sure that these ones are, make sure these are square brackets.
Yeah.
These ones must be square brackets. Also check these two lines. Make sure that they look like mine. These two lines. For example, there must be a semicolon here. Also check this one is a curly brace. This is a curly brace. This one is this bracket and these ones are different. Also make sure to note of that. So just make sure you check which type of brackets you're using. Make sure you're using the correct brackets. These brackets are different. These ones are square. These ones are curly braces. These ones are the normal brackets. Hope your code is okay now.
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, so good. Anyone else with maybe a problem, something you didn't understand about input and output?
What? I have a question.
Yes.
What did you say about the after the percentage design?
Yeah.
There is an
Yeah, for scan F.
yeah.
After the percentage C, you put comma. And then you put an ampersand. So you know the and symbol.
Yes.
Yeah. So what we said is this ampersand. It means the address of n. The address of n. Remember, your memory is organized in form of addresses. Every location in your memory has an address. Since now we said a variable is a named memory location, for us to be able to store value there, we must put this ampersand before the variable name in scan F only. Yeah. Yes.
In printf there is no need putting.
Yeah. So for printf you don't put any ampersand.
All right.
Yeah. Anyone else with the question? So I'm going to give you an exercise. I'm going to give you an exercise that I want you to do. I want you to create for me a small program to demonstrate that you have understood what you have gone through today, and then make sure you submit it before the next class. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes.
And how are you submitting it? In this
You
platform?
submit in this. You want me to show you how you submit assignments?
In this platform.
Yeah, I think I can show you. I can demonstrate. I'll go to one of the assignments that I have given. Just a second. So I'm going to switch a role to be a student. Just a second, I try to check.
Okay.
Yeah, so for example, let's say this is web development I've given this is the assignment here. This is the assignment I've given. So you'll be able to see in your end, you'll be able to see the assignment on topic 5. You'll be able to see the assignment on topic 5. Let's say this is the assignment. You'll click on it. When you click on it down here, there'll be an option for, okay, just a second. Yeah, so it will look like this. Then there will be an option for add submission. You'll click on the add submission button. And then there will be an option for uploading a file. For example, I can click here to upload a whole folder, or I can click here for the file. Then I can click choose file. When I click on choose file, it will allow me, for example, let's say my file is in documents. Yeah, okay, let's say desktop. And then let's say this is my file. Just open it. And then upload this file. And then you'll click on save changes. Once you click on save changes, I'll be able to see you have submitted. I hope you have understood. Yeah. So you'll go to topic 5, you'll see the assignment, and then you follow the same steps. So I think now we can head the class, so that I'll give you 1 hour, because our class is supposed to end at 5. I'll give you 1 hour for you to be able to do the assignment. Note that I have already uploaded the notes, just in case you need to refer something on topic 5. So I hope I can end the meeting now.
Okay.
Joseph, are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. Have a nice evening, and take care.
You too.
Thank you, John.
You too.
Thanks.